All right, we are live, guys. I hope that everybody is super excited about tonight. I know that I am. I've already had a great time with our guest on an IG live that we just did a few minutes ago. Well, it started at 9, but I think that a lot of you caught it because there was quite a few people watching that show, so I'm excited about that. So thank you very much. Um, if you guys could do me a big favor right now, share this video, okay? Go ahead and share this video with all your friends. You can send it through Messenger. You can send it, you can even post it on your page. You can post it on somebody else's page. I don't care. I'm actually completely, yeah, just, I'm not even somebody else's page or you share it to yours. I'm really not. So I'm actually going to be grateful for that. So on the other side, listen, we have some really, we have a lot of great things coming up, but at the same time, I want to tell you guys about the Heritage Festival. Okay. If you guys don't know, go to the Heritage Festival in Tampa. This is a really awesome festival. It's hosted by the Fuentes, but actually this year it's going to be hosted by the one and only Cathedral Lounge Cigar Lounge. And that is going to be a fantastic opportunity for you guys to really just see a lot of amazing people, a lot of amazing products, and just be able to network. If you don't know how to network, then you're missing out because that is the way you do things. And I think my guest will definitely agree with that because I heard him say that earlier. So it is not about necessarily what you know, but it is about who you know. And then also what you know, because if you don't know anything, that's also not going to do you any good. So anyways, right? All right. So you guys are going to have a lot of fun tonight. I believe what's Natasha and Ben Crook. Man, Ben, I haven't seen you in forever. I hope that you're going to start coming on now, like continuously. Have you been ignoring me? What's up with that? All right. So at the same time, we also have an opportunity for you guys to go to the Heritage Festival for free. How about that? All right. So I'm actually going to give you an opportunity. Let's see if I can find this. I think I got it right here. Look, if you guys go ahead and this is a QR code that you can scan and you can get a free ticket to the Heritage Festival right now. Okay, you can get I'll show it again later on, but if you're watching right now, you actually can scan that. You can get a free ticket to the Heritage Festival and show up. So all you have to do is make your way to Tampa, maybe get a hotel, I don't know, something, whatever, but you can get a free ticket to the Heritage Festival. It's totally worth it. You're totally able to meet so many new products, so many new people, and it's going to be worth your time. Okay, so is everybody good? You got it? Scan it, take a picture of it, share it with your friends, share. That's what love is all about, right? That's what we do. So at the same time, you can also share this video again once you just joined. Got it? Please share this video. I also want to give a big shout out to obviously Arturo Fuente. We love them. And St. Dupont, if I can learn how to say that properly, that would be awesome, which I think that my guest is an actual authorized retailer, which works out perfectly. So we're going to have a little discussion about those as well. And I have some really cool things to show you. So whenever we get there. All right. So you know what? Why waste any more time? Might as well bring on the fun. So you guys, tonight we have Hunter from Sir Louis Cigars. He is a character, to say nonetheless. I don't even know. He's probably like laughing at me right now, but listen, the guy definitely knows how to make you guys entertained, and I'm talking live. So if you guys don't know, you should definitely go and follow him on Instagram. So right down below is tickering his Instagram. Go hit him up, bother him. You can do whatever you want. I don't mind. I'm not gonna, hate you on if you're bothering him instead of me. It's totally fine. Oh, Natasha is in the building. Hey, Natasha. So, guys, I'm going to go ahead and bring in my guest so that we can find out more about how the heck did he get here and what the heck is he doing. I love all the people joining. Thank you, guys. Bring in your questions if I can get a word in, but otherwise, let's bring in Mr. Sir Louis Cigars.
You're in the show. Everyone can see and hear you, it says. All right, excellent.
You've never used StreamYard?
No, I don't. I think I actually have. I think I have been on here before for some podcast, somehow, some way. But I am not a tech savvy person, Melanie. I just do Instagram and I'm not even good at that. So,
Well, you're good at other things, obviously.
Thank you.
Yeah. creativeness, maybe a little ridiculousness. I mean,
A
a
lot
little
of
flirtiness.
yes,
Like
yeah.
the
That's just yes.
the
Yes,
relationships that you make with people to get the cigars that you got, which I'm
this is
excited.
true. So I have this headset on that I had Matt go to. Where did you go to get this, Matt? He went to Walgreens to buy this for me because I didn't bring it. And
It
how do
sounds,
you can hear me and perfectly? There's no delay. Everything's good.
yeah, it sounds perfect. I'm really impressed by that headset.
Okay, all right. How much was this, by the way, Matt? $15. So I'm gonna go broke from this, Melanie. So if you see me at the stoplight begging for money, please give me at least $15. That'd be great. So I'm not used to doing this, so I'm gonna keep this particular one out so I can still hear the room. It seems I don't know how people walk around with this shit in their ears. Like I have to be like aware of my surroundings.
Oh, I
So
wear I wear earplugs. I wear headphones 24/7. I don't want to hear anything else. Like I don't.
wow.
I'm total. Yeah, I'm addicted to having my own space.
Wow. See, I feel like I don't feel comfortable like that. I feel like I have to be like aware. I don't know. It's really strange. But
Yeah,
I'm glad you can hear
exactly.
me. So why don't you tell everybody like you sent me this cigar that am I able to smoke this now? Is this
Yes,
okay.
yes, please. Let's light up a
All right.
cigar because I sure as heck want to light up a cigar. I haven't had one all day. I am
All right.
definitely
And
digging that. I'm
you're gonna have to tell me what this is because I'm not an expert with Opus, so I don't know.
okay. That's
What
understandable. So this is a 20th blue. It's a commemoration to father and son. And
okay.
that looks I can't remember what the name of the size is. I
Okay, no big
really
deal.
I really don't think that that's the cigar that I gave you. I feel like I gave
It
you two cigars, but we're gonna have to discuss that later. But
This is 100%. You definitely sent this to me.
all right.
100%.
Well, that's definitely a good cigar. That's definitely a great cigar. So you're winning. So
What would the
I'm
other one look like? Hey Matt, do you mind going upstairs and get that little travel humidor of mine? Because there's another Opus in there, and I
is
think
it
they're both. It's red though. It has a red label on it.
I'm pretty
I
sure
think.
I think I gave you a God of Fire. That's what I'm trying to say is that I think I gave you a God of Fire because the God of Fire,
No,
yes,
no. You
the
definitely
20th
sent me.
it
I
would have
don't
been the
know.
20th it would have been the 20th blue God of Fire because I even
I think
asked
so.
Carlito specifically to like, see if I could find those just so I could share one with you. So I'm like, but that's okay. That's okay. You're still going to be able to enjoy this, and this is still good. And we were
All
supposed
right.
to do I guess I don't have one of those right now, but we were supposed to do kind of a review side by side. No, what was it? What did you call it? You called it an ass to ass, or what did you call it? I know I'm not
Yes.
supposed to say
So
that, but
you can say that. It's okay. So I somehow coined a term. It's very inappropriate. But so when I do a lot of cigar reviews. Like I don't even know if review is not the right term, but like when I do my lives, I smoke like new cigars that we get in at the shop, and I give my viewers and customers like my opinion on the cigar, and I'm very honest about it. And I kind of have this thing where if I have a lot of cigars that come in that are new, I'll smoke like multiple cigars simultaneously. So I'll put like usually 2, 3, sometimes 4 cigars I'll have lit at once, and I'll go what I call going ass to ass, which we don't really want to get into how that terminology was created, but
I can't
um,
believe I remembered that.
yes, well, it is kind of a memorable term. So it's I basically will smoke cigars like drags pull here and there, and then try to give my impressions of different flavor notes and things that I'm getting. So anyway, yes, we'll have to do that. We'll do that. That is something we have to do. But I'm
All
gonna
right.
where's that humidor? Okay, so this is my little personal humidor in my office that nobody gets to go into, and I
Ooh,
don't smoke out of it because these are all gifts for the most part, and they're
yeah.
all cigars that are not really like available. And I'm pretty sure this was in the pack with that blue one that you sent me. So what is this?
Yes,
Fuck.
that's an angel share. That sounds perfectly okay. Yeah, that sounds about right. So that's
Okay.
an angel share. That's my favorite cigar of all times. That's the one that turned me into a cigar smoker. Otherwise, I was just promoting them. I would light them up
Okay.
and promote them, and then hand them off to some, blessed person because I was giving them really good cigars. But yeah, I love that cigar, and I know that you'll love it too because today you mentioned that you kind of are like you love the Connecticut's. You love more of a mild. you're really enjoying mild cigars. That is a
I do.
beautiful cigar. Although I must say that even today, the cigar that you enjoyed today, I think that it was aged properly. And what I think Fuente does a lot of times is that they can have a strong cigar that's actually a full-bodied cigar, but it's aged so perfectly that it's extremely harmonious, and it is just enjoyable and very light on the palate. But it's
so should I smoke this or smoke the blue one?
I don't know. Okay, so the blue one probably has a little bit more peppery flavor.
Okay.
So I guess it depends on what you might want.
I'm going to smoke the blue one. I'm going to smoke the blue one because I had this other fancy cigar I was smoking, which is not on the mild side. So I'm going to go with the stronger of the two and save this for another live you and I will do, and I'll smoke this.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've probably had an Angel Share at some point in my life. Because I have a lot of friends that definitely love Opus, and you know how cigar people are. We love sharing stuff. So, but I never got heavily into Opus. Like I've smoked plenty of them, and I have an account with Prometheus, and of course have the God of Fire. We used to carry all that stuff, and honestly, I should bring it back into the shop. And 100%. And I think we should.
Well, so I'm definitely trying to land a debut interview with Keith Parks, who runs God of Fire, Prometheus.
Yep.
So that would be fabulous. But yeah, I love his stuff too as well. Obviously, the tobacco does come from Fuente, and the lighters are awesome as well. I got the Purple Rain lighter, so it's fun.
Yep. Very cool. All right, I'm trying to undress my dressed cigar. All right, perfectly. I didn't damage anything. That's good.
He's been undressing all night long. Okay.
It has. We've been with Melanie. There's always dressing and undressing going on.
Oh my God. All right. So, okay. First of all, how the heck what was your first experience going live on IG?
So live, I don't know, man. But so for people that don't know me on here and know my cigar story, it's kind of a weird story. I mean, it is a really weird story because I've been a cigar smoker, enthusiast, whatever you want to call it, for 25, 26 years. Now, I didn't start out as an enthusiast because I was in college. I was probably about 19, 20 years old when I really kind of started smoking cigars, I guess, regularly. I mean, I smoked cigars before at a younger age, trying stuff, but in college, I had a group of friends of mine that I went to business school, and we all thought we were going to be like Gordon Gekko and thought we were going to be cool and smoke cigars. So that's honestly why we started smoking. I mean, I'll be honest and say that's why I started smoking cigars, because I just wanted to be like the cool guy in the movie that smokes cigars. And then I found that I really enjoyed it. And then, of course, it evolved over time. I started, buying nicer cigars as time went on. And then anyway, Sir Louis Cigars, my shop and whatever, I started 2.5 years ago. So it's very fucking new. And it was not supposed to be a business. So my real business, so I've made my living in construction and real estate my entire life. And I've been very fortunate with investments and other things. So I've learned how to make money. And probably about 5 years ago now, I kind of semi-retired. I was kind of just burnt out and was why am I working so hard? I've made enough money. What am I doing? And so I took a little time off, and then I started this cigar thing. I wanted to build a smoking lounge in my house, right? Mm-hmm. And my wife was and my wife is super cool. She gives me no shit at all. And she's like, absolutely not. I'm like, what? Why? We have this whole finished basement in my house that nobody uses. It's beautiful. And I had the most perfect location to put a smoking room. And I just wanted a little humidor, a couple club chairs, a TV, and a little small little, area, a little bar thing. And I could go down there in my underwear and smoke cigars, in my house. I mean, every person that likes cigars, is this not a dream? I don't know. So my wife was just adamant that she was a hard no on it. And I was like, wow, okay. So I own my office building where my construction business is based. And I had a tenant in the lower level here that left. He got divorced. The space was sitting empty for a couple of years. And I said, I have to do something with this space. It's just wasted real estate. So I decided to build myself a man cave. And that's how this all started. So I built myself this beautiful man cave down here, and it wasn't supposed to be a business. It was just supposed to be like a little sanctuary for me and my friends. We play poker down here, and that's how this like started. And then somebody was like, "Dude, you should sell cigars," And I was like, "You know what? You're fucking right. I should." So I got the licensing. I didn't even know where to buy cigars. Like I had no history in the industry. I knew no friends. I had nobody I knew in the cigar industry. I was just a consumer, and there was really no good brick and mortars around me. I'm in Massachusetts, so it's not a super friendly state for anything, to be honest, but especially for tobacco. So anyway, I got the licensing. I found some wholesalers. I bought some cigars, and then quickly got on Instagram. Somebody put me onto Instagram and said there's a cool cigar community there. And then it was like literally a snowball rolling down a fucking Mount Everest, and it just turned into a business. And we focus now on boutique cigars has always been kind of my thing with this business. And we got thousands and thousands of customers all over the world, 86 or 87 countries, every state in the United States, Guam, Puerto Rico. I mean, it's just wild. Every continent but Antarctica, we have customers on. So it kind of just like blew up into this thing. And then COVID happened, which was like, it was like an awful thing, but the best thing that ever happened for the cigar industry, in my opinion, in recent history, and then that's it. So that's my story. And then now I'm here. So now it's like, whatever. So we're a cigar retailer, sirluiscigars.com. You can go on there. We got 500 SKUs of different cigars, and I got a beautiful brick and mortar here. So anyway, that's how I ended up here. Kind of really fast and weird and whatever. So I'm going to let my cigar. Now you can talk.
All right. Well, there's the website, you guys. If you want to go, don't go now. Do it later. Okay. But write it down. There you go.
There you go.
Stay. But there you go. That's Sulary Cigars. So you can see there. Also, if you guys are not familiar with his Instagram, you can definitely see that tickering below again. I think I might have said that. But all right. So was this how many years before COVID were you actually on IG Live? Because when did IG? I thought IG Live just started kind of recently, because you're not a Facebook person, are you?
I'm not a Facebook person. I was never a social media person at all. Like literally had none. I thought it was a huge waste of time, and I still believe it is. But for business, it's incredible. If you have the right product or service, social media is clearly an example. This business is a perfect example. Wouldn't exist without it. I mean, we have a beautiful little brick and mortar, but really it's the revenue for me is online, right? Because the whole globe is my market, right? If I can deliver you cigars to your door.
Absolutely. I love that.
So we started doing lives, I would say pretty early on, probably like 2 years ago, I think. We probably started doing the lives. And I am kind of crazy, and we do fun shit. I love entertaining people. I'm a salesman, so my whole life I'm just a salesman really at the end of the day. But I love entertaining people. I actually enjoy entertaining like myself, and then other people find it funny. It's basically what it is. I literally just entertain myself, Melanie, and then people either like it or don't like it. It's really what it boils down to.
I totally get it. I know, right? It's like people are looking at me like I'm crazy, and I'm like, well, yeah, that's kind of what you need to be a little bit to just be able to do this stuff. Or else it's like you put yourself in front of a camera. I'm kind of an introvert. Whenever you meet me, I'm really quiet. But then unless I really know you or something like that, then I might be a little more, talkative. But still, it's like you put a camera in front of me, and suddenly it's like a totally different person.
I know. It's the same for me. It's 100% same for me. Like I went to a Halloween party last weekend, and I'm 45 years old. I'm married. I have kids. Like I've had a lot of fun in my life, but like I'm at the stage in my life where to be honest, like I don't want to see anybody. I just want to go home and sit on the couch and stare at the ceiling. I'm being totally honest. And like people think I'm lying when I say that, because like they see me on Instagram, they see me as this crazy wild guy, which I am. But at the same point, like if I have my preference, like I don't want to talk to anybody. But like in the moment, I love it. Like I'm having so much fun now, and like I had so much fun at the Halloween party last week. But like like leading up to it, I'm just like I don't even want to do that. Like why am I doing this? I don't want to do any of it. But like in the moment, I thoroughly enjoy it. But like I don't know. I guess I think I'm actually an introvert as well, which seems so bizarre to say. But like I really don't want to talk to anybody. I really just want to be alone. So I totally know what you mean.
Yeah, I mean, people ask me what I do for a living. I'm like, well, this is what I do. And they're like, what? You were so scared of me a minute ago. I'm like, I mean, yeah, I know, but that's what I do. Okay, so I know I thought well, first of all, yesterday was wild. So when I popped onto your live yesterday,
Mm.
I thought they might have been bunny ears, but they were actually piggy ears. And then
They
I
are
heard,
piggy ears, yes.
so I heard a little birdie told me that you would be having a good deal for these guys right now. So maybe we should
So
let them know what's
this is
happening.
a great idea. Yes, Melanie, thank you. That's a great intro. So So one of the cigars that we've kind of made somewhat famous here at Sir Louis Cigars is a cigar called the Piggy Smalls. I have it upside down. And it is a cigar that is made in the Dominican Republic at my friend Edgar Julian Sued's factory. And this is actually the third iteration of this cigar. So it's a new blend. The last year's blend, so last October-ish, we had the blend that had a Yamasa wrapper on it. We can't really say it's Yamasa because of the Davidoff thing, but it's a fucking Yamasa wrapper. And it was a super, super, super unique cigar. And so I bought all of them. So it wasn't really designed to be like a store exclusive for me. It was something that he was going to like release to like all of his like retailers. You know, he has a boutique factory and he makes cigars for boutique companies. And I ended up saying, hey, bro, man, like, how about could I just buy them all? And, of course, I'm like, has anybody bought any yet? He's like, no, man, you're the first guy I mentioned it to. And I was like, well, can I just buy them all? And he's like, yeah, of course, why not? So I ended up buying them all. That was the Yamasas last year. And I decided, because it's never good enough to just sell a cigar. So what I did last year was we put, I don't know, it was like $3,000 worth of prizes or something inside the pack. So it's like a Cracker Jack type idea where customers would get their 5-pack, they open it, and if they had, you know, a little business card, last year we used our business card with a little code on it, they would win cigars or a Dupont lighter. Actually, we gave away a line too last year, like a $1,200 lighter. Yeah, I know.
We're going to get to Dupont in a minute.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, this year we have this cigar, which is the San Andreas iteration of the Piggy Smalls. It is the best version of the Piggy Smalls. It's actually a 3-year-old San Andreas wrapper. Pennsylvania. Yeah, Pennsylvania broadleaf binder. Super delicious. So what I did for your viewers is this. These are $45 a pack, so $90 for two, plus shipping. So that's a $100 bill. Makes life easy, $100. And I'm going to give you a free pack of the Shanghai Express, which is a small cigar that Edgar makes at his factory. It's in Connecticut. It's like a nice little, I guess people say dog walker. I don't like that terminology because it's kind of insulting, I think, for some cigars. I think that's insulting. And then because I'm here with you, I don't know. Can I call you the Queen of Opus or the Queen of Fuente, or is that not allowed? Princess?
The Princess. Let's go with Princess.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe.
So,
I don't know.
So I bought some of these rare pinks when I was down in the Dominican Republic a couple weeks ago. And, you know, I go to Cabinet, which is a place in the DR. It's a cigar lounge. There's one in Santiago. So I visit Santiago to visit all my friends down there. And what I decided to do for this, you know, live or whatever you call this, the show that you do, $100, you get the 2 piggies like you normally would, $100. I'm giving them a 5-pack of Shanghai for free, and I'm giving them a free rare pink signature for free. Okay.
Whoa.
So yeah, $100. They can go to the website. They can go to my Instagram, DM me, however they want to do it, and just write in the comments, you know, what that they want the Melanie deal. How's that?
Yeah, the Melanie deal. We'll go with that. The Cisco deal. The little Cisco kid. The kid deal.
There you go.
I don't know. I don't know if they know me by Melanie or not. Mel.
Oh, all right.
Everybody calls me Mel these days. I just stopped worrying about that. When I was a kid, I hated it, but I was like, yeah, okay.
Oh, okay. So what is the little Cisco? What does that mean? Tell me what that is, because I don't understand any of it. How did you come up with this name?
Well, that's my last name, Cisco.
Okay.
Yeah, so my last name is Cisco, and I got married. Well, I married my high school sweetheart, and so when we were dating in school, there would be guys that were wanting to date me, but he, you know, it was more or less they would be like, okay, don't talk to that girl. That's Cisco's girlfriend. And so he made me a backpack that since he was a Cisco kid, I was the little Cisco kid. So I had a backpack that said little Cisco kid. And so that's, yeah, once we got married, I had the last name, and then I had the, you know, the Google account, and I had everything was little Cisco kid. So I was like, you know, I'm going to keep it because it's a cool name. Like, I'm not going to lie. So thank you, Chris.
Wow.
for that. So,
Okay.
yeah, that's pretty much how that worked
So
out.
that's a nickname that you've had for a while. I mean, that's going back to high school. So that's cool. So that's something
Yes,
you've. Wow.
that's
Very
who I
cool.
am. I didn't try to create, I went through the branding process of trying to figure out if I should come up with a cigar name or this and that. But really, I felt like it was more important for me to just stick to myself because even if I don't just do cigars, I could do other things.
Right.
And it was just more important to just brand myself versus trying to brand a product or a certain particular kind of product, So that's what I
Makes
felt like.
sense.
And then, yeah. And then I also felt like the need that, if you stick with something long enough and then you add more things, you're going to get known for that one thing. And then it's easier just to add more things versus trying to be everything all at once. So I do have some marketing skills. I don't know.
It's very interesting. Yes.
Yeah,
And how did you end up connecting with Fuente? How did that all happen?
Okay, now you're interviewing me. I love it. Okay, so
I'm sorry. I mean, this is what I do. I'm sorry. I won't do it. If you don't want me to, I won't. It's just it's habit.
No, it's I've actually gotten, because I just recently moved. I've been asked this quite often lately, and it's actually a great story, and I can make it really quick. It's mainly based. So when I first started working, I got a job in a cigar lounge because I was running away from working with dentists. They just were too difficult to work with, and I wanted something. I had enough. I was able to go to something easy and just make some cash flow, right?
Sure.
So.
Yep.
So I went there and I started working at the cigar lounge. Well, the owners of the cigar lounge, they had just switched owners. And so the new owners didn't really know what was in the humidor. And I am one of those people that I'd go digging deep into whatever I'm, interested in. And so I went into Facebook and I was trying to figure out what cigars are out there. What are people talking about? And I found all these Facebook groups and I was in them and doing stuff. And I saw all these boxes of, cigar boxes. I didn't even realize what Fuente was at the time. But I saw these, cigar boxes that I said, I know that I just passed by those. I think there's 5, a whole stack of those. I swear to God, in the humidor. I know that they're in there. I'm like, but the comment said, you're never going to find that. Those are super rare. You're never going to, there's no way, no way, no way, no way. And I was like, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they're fake. Maybe they're not the right thing. And so I took a shot and I started really looking at the picture, looking at the boxes, looking at the picture, looking at the boxes. And I was matching them up and I said, these have to be it. And so I took a picture of all of them and then I put it on the comments of the threads and people were like, holy shit, So I think it was just one of those times where I was able to sell all these boxes online, at MSRP, obviously. And then at the same time, it caught the attention. Of course, COVID came around and then, Fuente, Carlito and Jeremiah and Jose Blanco were needing to do something to get out to the world without having to actually, be able to get into cigar lounges because they were closed at COVID.
Sure. Yep.
So they created the show, the Meet the Professor show. And then they asked me to join in because, well, I was a little bit more, I guess, bubbly, I guess.
Yes. More pleasing on the eyes, Melanie. That's what we want to say.
Okay, I'll let you say that. So that's what so pretty much Jeremiah called me up and he asked me if I'd like he sent me a Facebook message and asked me if I'd like to be on the show. And I was just like, of course, who would say no to that? I had to kind of ask who he was. I had to check off the boxes, but when I saw Fuente, I knew exactly who he was. So that was, that's cool. How that started. And we were doing it every single day. And now it's been about 3 years. So if you guys don't know, go check out the Professor Show. The Professor Show is on Sundays, every 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, every Sunday. So we have a lot of fun.
And where do you find that? Would that be like a YouTube thing or how do you find that show?
Yes, you can go to Facebook. It's facebook.com/ the Professor Show, or you can go to YouTube, which is tinyurl.com / the Professor Show, which I kind of created both of those links.
Okay. Very cool.
It was fun though. But yeah, so now we do that and it's a really awesome time. And now sometimes I walk into these lounges and I don't even realize, like Craig Cass, he owns Tinderbox in North Carolina, South.
Okay.
It's in Charlotte, North Carolina. And I walked in and he's like, oh, it's so nice to see you again. And I'm like, okay. I know. I should know this. But,
we froze. Oh, no, there it is.
I know. This is crazy. I don't know why it's doing that right now, but it's weird. But yeah, so what is it? You should, so you guys, okay, so tell them the deal that again, you guys can buy these and what do? Do they send it to you? Or they send the money to you or The kid and
No,
the professor.
you can go to the website, sirluiscigars.com. We have these on there, and you can buy them for $90 plus shipping, so it's $100. And then if you want to write in the checkout, there's like a little area where you write in the comments. Just put Mel's deal, and my friend Matt here, who works here, will take care of you and get you a free pack. This is not on the website. This is a deal just for today. If they put, the Mel's deal or Little Cisco Kid deal, whatever they want to call it, they'll get a pack of these Shanghai Express for free, and they'll get a rare pink signature for free with 2-pack purchases of the Piggy Smalls. And inside the Piggies, right now I ran the odds tonight after we sold 1,000 of these Piggy Smalls in one day already, which is pretty cool for a little shop my size. And we ran the odds, and what is it? It's like 1 out of 7.4. So for every 7.4 packs you buy, statistically, you will win a prize with your Piggy Small. So I have $2,500 worth of prizes that we put in the Piggies. And I forget, I added up how much was left dollar amount, but I don't remember the number. But there's still 30 prizes available for 1,000 packs. Okay, so roughly something like that. All right. So it comes out to very, very good odds. Yes.
So I gotta say, you were finger banging those packages so hard that I didn't think any cigars were in them. That's why I asked that question, like, how did he wrap those? I was like, there's got to be nothing in those packs, because I'm like,
so yes, yesterday Melanie saw one of my very inappropriate lives that we do. If you're somebody that has very thin skin, if you don't have a thick skin, you probably don't want to go on my lives on Instagram, because they can get a little gory, to say the least. But yes, there's 5 cigars in each pack, and if you have a winning pack, so these are wrapped at the factory this way, right? So there's the 5 cigars in cellophane with the bands and the whole 9 yards. And then and what happened is, once we got these from the factory shipped to me, Matt, who works here, he opened 43 packs, and we put our little Piggy Smalls sticker with the prize on the back, okay, with a code, so we know that nobody's cheating. And then that went inside the pack, and then Matt taped them back up. But he does it very, very well, so you don't know if the pack has been, altered in any way. And so when people buy these, the only way to know if you're a winner is you have to open the pack. And if you have a sticker in there, that means you're a winner. And then you got to flip the back over and see what you won. So yesterday, what you're talking about during the live, we sold how many? Like 50 packs. So we sold like 50 packs of these, and people were letting me open them live to see if they won, and then I was, as you call it, finger banging the pack.
I'm repeating what you said.
I never used that term, Melanie. No, we just inferred it, but we didn't use that term. But yes, I was, in fact, we were finger banging the 5 packs of Piggy Smalls. Yes, and then we had 80% of the people won. Had to be everybody out of those 50 packs. There was a lot of winners in yesterday's live, and it's fun, and it's a promo. So yeah, I always tell people, you can buy your cigars anywhere, for the most part. What I like to do is 2 things. I like to entertain my customers, and I also I'm serious about cigars. So I've spent an obscene amount of money with our humidors, and they're beautifully created with the best technology, reverse osmosis. We use the best technology to keep the cigars right. We rotate the cigars in our humidor. We have a massive walk-in humidor. We have 2 humidors here. And we rotate them the way that I do in my personal humidor, right? So I care about cigars. I don't do this to pay my bills. I do this because I love cigars. So, and
nobody gets into the cigar industry to make money, okay?
No, I mean, look, it's people say that, and I'm going to prove everybody wrong someday. I will show you that somebody can make money in the cigar business. But, all joking aside, since I started this business, I've never taken any money from this business. I don't pay myself a salary or anything like that. And I just I reinvest everything back into the business. So all the profits that we make, I pour into more projects and more fun, creative shit. So, it is. And I think my customers kind of like that because it comes, I'm not here to sell you a cigar to pay my mortgage, right? And I'm not shitting on the people that do that, but I come at it from a different angle where I actually love cigars, and I treat this business the way any enthusiast would if they had the opportunity. So I think it's almost like my fucking job to do this because so many people would love to have this as a job, and I love doing it. I come to work 7 days a week, and I love this. And and like I said, I'm not doing it for the money. Clearly, there is none. So it's a passion, 100%. Yeah, it's cool.
Absolutely, I completely agree with you. And actually, I would have to say that's part of where I'm still working on that as well. So I've definitely given a lot of my time and my passion to be able to do a lot of this stuff as well. And I love being able to share cigars with people, and that does not come
100%.
with, and I think that's, something that is really entertaining is that you have the opportunity to do that, but you took the
Correct.
opportunity to do that. And that's really the amazing part. So thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's my pleasure. I love doing it, and it's, for me, to be totally honest, like, I love cigars, I love this, but I also love the challenge of, I have no reason to even be a cigar retailer. Like, I have no experience in retail. I have no experience in the cigar industry, right? And I just self-taught and met people, and I'm a hyper, like, I'm a workaholic, so like I put everything into my work, right? And
Hyper?
so,
No.
yeah, a little bit. So like for me, like what I get out of this, it doesn't matter that it's not money. Don't feel bad for me about that. I'm still getting a ton of enjoyment from being successful at it, if that makes sense. Like it's not, but it's not about, the dollars and cents so much. But I always say my job still is to make my business money. That just doesn't mean it's my money. I'm making it for the business to survive so we can continue. I'm a businessman at the end of the day. So yes, you can have a hobby, but at the end of the day, it doesn't last if you can't make it, make sense financially. So anyway,
True.
yeah.
That's true. I get that so completely. All right. So let me see what else I was going to ask you, but yeah. So then what would be something that you would really want to see the industry do, or maybe what do you think what would be something that you really would want to do on Instagram that maybe you haven't got to do yet? Sorry.
On Instagram, here's the thing with Instagram. Like, I mean, I love Instagram because without Instagram, like my business wouldn't exist in the way that it does, right? So like, it's a great format for, to be honest, I believe it's still the best format for connecting cigar enthusiasts. I think we all know, if we've been around a few years, that the algorithm sucks now. And and there's a lot of flaws with it. And, but at the same point, I wish Instagram in general, not just for the cigar industry, but in general, would loosen some of this kind of like, I don't know, man. Like, we live in this super sanitized world now that is just not real. It's not fucking real. So like, why are these social media companies doing that? Like, we can all get together at cigar lounges or at our houses or at bars and hang out as friends, and nobody acts the way these social media platforms like force us to act. Now, I'm not saying you have to have rules, and you have to have, because you got crazy people like me that get too crazy. But but like, they have to be more relaxed and have like basically like almost an adult version of social media that like adults can participate in. Yes, I don't think kids should be participating in some things, that are on social media and things like that.
But they have an age restriction.
do.
There is an ability for you to actually add an age restriction. So I think that it's like, if you got that, then where are we liable? It's like,
I
it's
agree.
the same thing as walking into a lounge.
And here's an interesting thing, and I say this all the time. And I know a lot of people in the industry probably don't say this because they're way smarter than I am, but I'll be honest, and I think everybody here that's a cigar enthusiast knows this. And I got to be careful because, I understand it's a controlled substance, it's tobacco, but we all know as cigar enthusiasts that cigars are unfairly categorized in the world of tobacco, right? Like, cigarettes are horrible. They killed my mother. They killed my father. My parents were both heavy cigarette smokers. And like, cigarettes are awful. I don't even think they should exist, in my opinion. Okay, but they do, and they're heavily regulated. And I think it's an awful thing. It's a product that's designed to addict people to something to make these companies rich. Okay, now cigars are not the same. Cigars are a completely different thing. We all know this, but I don't know why nobody's able to sell this to the right people in the government and in the regulatory world, because it's just unfair. And especially hand-rolled premium cigars that we all love, these expensive cigars. No kids are buying this. You know, they're not buying Piggy Smalls, even though it's pink and it says Piggy Smalls. I don't have 8-year-old kids that want to buy this. You know, it's still, you know, a $9 cigar. This is not something that kids are interested in buying. It doesn't taste good to a kid. All right. Now, but unfortunately, nobody has been able to crack through and explain this. My fucking hope would be that someday people realize that cigars are probably one of the best things to enjoy within reason, you know, with moderation. So I have heart problems, right? I just found out I have this heart issue, and I've been going to a cardiologist and all these other things. And first thing I thought was, okay, I'm going to this amazing doctor, and they're doing all these tests on me. And I said, the first thing this fucking guy's going to tell me is no more cigars. So, you know, so he asked me, he says, do you smoke? And I says, I just smoke cigars, doc, you know. He says, okay. He says, how many cigars do you smoke a day? He says, do you smoke like more than 5 or 6 a day? I'm like, fuck no. I'm like, I have some days that I do smoke 5 or 6 cigars, but I'm like, for the most part, maybe a couple cigars a day. And like, I own a shop. I consider myself a heavy user of cigars because it's my job, right? And he's like, oh, then he says, I have no concerns. This is a chief cardiologist of a hospital, not some quack, some weird dude. Like, this guy is, you know, he's a cardiologist. And I was shocked. And he's like, no, you don't have to get rid of the cigars. I was like, wow. And he's like, you should get rid of salt. He's like, you should limit the amount of salt in your diet. But yet nobody is limiting, you know, salt everywhere, you know. So I don't know. It's just a crazy thing.
I felt the same way I've been on a health journey for about 15 years, and I completely agree with you. And it's, you know, the same thing with McDonald's. McDonald's may have been regulated on hot stuff, but what about the whole idea that they're just feeding the poverty people because they're like, here you have an entire meal for $1. Like, how?
Yeah, I know.
That's almost more enticing than putting, you know, s'mores or whatever on the package of cigars. You know, it's like, are you kidding me? These are adults that are actually able to go out and buy or purchase, you know, and they're not probably not as much educated as I would be on the health value of, you know, what that really provides for you. So I completely agree with you. All right. So wait, first of all, now I have to interrupt and ask you, how is that cigar?
Okay, so the cold draw on this was super delicious. It's got like some type of like a spice, like a sweeter spice, kind of like maybe nutmeggy kind of thing going on, and it's super delicious. Like if you blindfolded me, I would 1,000% tell you I'm smoking an Opus, because I find a lot of Opus has a very similar profile to it, where they have this kind of like, they smell really good. I always love Opus whenever I smoke it. Like, I'm never let down by them. I'm not just saying that because like you're the princess of Carlito Fuente, but this is an incredibly great cigar. I mean, it's absolutely delicious. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Yes, I'm retrohaling it and I'm loving it, and it's fucking great. So thank you for this.
Yeah, my pleasure. But you know what? I think that we had a point. I believe that when I did send you the Angel Share and the blue, you're probably right about that. I sent you the blue and I sent you the Angel Share. I think I wanted to put those 2 and 2 together because they're one of my 2 favorite cigars, but I do find them somewhat different, but yet similar, because I'm a very light, you know, I have a light palate. You know, I enjoy a light cigar. I find it pillowy. Is that a weird word? I find that
no, that's interesting.
Pillowy. Yeah,
very interesting.
It's a pillowy cigar, so it's almost like cloudy and just when you just want to like, and even when you touch it, you know, when you first get it, if as long as it's, you know, humidified perfectly,
sure,
it just feels so good to the touch. I just love that. It's amazing. You know, it really shows the quality and the construction behind it. So.
No, 100%. I mean, this is a decadent, delicious, ultra premium experience. I mean, look, this is like, I don't know. I mean, I think anybody that likes cigars, there's no way anybody can smoke this cigar and really honestly say there's anything wrong with it. I don't care who you want to pretend you are. It's an incredible cigar. It is.
Right. All right. So they want to know, what's your favorite drink to have with a cigar?
So I would say the thing that I drink the most is water. So like just plain sparkling water is my go-to favorite drink. And then I would say probably espresso, like coffee, or, you know, preferably espressos, but, you know, even any type of coffee product. You know, when I'm in the DR doing stuff, that's all we drink is coffee with cigars. I mean, I never drink so much coffee in my life These people in DR, they drink coffee all day long. It's like how many pots of coffee can we drink today at the fucking factory? You know, but I love that. I'm drinking also some bourbon right now. I'm drinking some Blanton's Gold, which is a real kind of fancy blend. Very good. I like bourbon, but to be honest, I like it with cigars, but within moderation. I find that for me, when I'm smoking a cigar, like the cigar is the star of the show. It's not what I'm drinking. And that's my opinion. I mean, people can do whatever the fuck they want. You can, when you buy the cigar, you can do whatever you want to it, as far as I'm concerned. You can break it apart and put weed in it. I don't care. You do what you want with it. But,
as long as you buy it.
You know?
Well, especially the rare pinks. As long as you're buying a rare pink, we don't really care what you do with it afterwards, because as long as you're buying it, you're giving back to breast cancer awareness, and that's absolutely what the whole point of it is. So thank you for buying that box and then sharing it.
Yes. No, I was very, very happy. I actually bought 5 boxes. I brought 5 boxes home on my last trip from the DR. And
did you get the same? Did you get the same size, or were you able to get different sizes?
So I got, I think I got 2 boxes of the signature, and then I got 3 boxes of, which ones did I get, Matt? Remind me. Happy Ending, which is such a great name. So yes, actually the Happy Ending is very good. They're all very good.
Now they have the sophisticated hooker. Have you heard of that one?
I have heard of it, but I didn't get one. No.
Do you know where that name came from?
No, tell me.
All right, so the sophisticated hooker actually came from a boat where Carlito went down to the Key West, and he saw a boat down there that has all these hooks on it so they can catch fish and do whatever, and it's called the sophisticated hooker. And he loved it so much, that's what he called the sophisticated hooker. I love Carlito because he's very clever in a certain ways. I know people think that otherwise, but it's just cleverness. You know, it's an idea for him to just be able to bring a little bit of excitement, because you're always going to be wowed by that. You're like, oh, the sophisticated hooker.
You know, you just gave me an incredible idea, because boat names are some of the most creative fucking things I've ever seen in my life. And as a person, as a marketer, one of the smartest things anybody could probably do is go to like the nicest marina around where you live. It doesn't have to be a nice marina. It could be any marina. And just go around and look at boat names and write it down in a book. And you'd have probably 100 amazing names for any product that you're going to make. That's such a great idea. I'm going to steal Carlito's idea and walk around marinas from now on and look for really cool boat names. That's a fabulous idea. So I have a friend of mine. She was a friend of my wife's when we were dating and stuff in Boston. This very smart woman, and she was Harvard educated, beautiful woman. And she had like a really crazy sense of humor. Her and I were like, we could almost be brother and sister. And she's awesome. She's a great girl. And her parents, they had some money. Her dad was an oral surgeon or something. They had a very successful practice. And they had a boat. And the name of the boat, I'll never forget it, was Filthy Oar. Filthy Oar. And I thought that was the best fucking name. And of course, you know, it has some naked, you know, like silhouette of a woman on oars, you know, this whole thing. But like, you know, I love these names. Like, I don't like boats. Like, I have zero interest in boats. But like, I love that these people spend so much time with these names. So that's an interesting idea. Matt, don't let me forget that. When we need cigar names, we're just going to go to a marina. I go to Nantucket every summer. I've been going there for 20 years. And the marina there has got amazing boats. But a lot of people are boring, like with their names, you know, so you got to go someplace cool. Like Key West is a cool place, you know, anywhere in the Caribbean. If you go somewhere exotic, there's probably some cool boat names. So I like that. It's a cool idea.
All right. So what's your take, or what's your opinion on all of the brand new and boutique cigars that are coming out? Do you think that people are actually able to create a great cigar just by going out and, you know, doing the work? Or what do you think they really need to qualify to be able to create a great cigar?
So that's a good question. So I have a lot of friends that are brand owners in the boutique world. So my business focuses on boutique, right? So like that is my kind of like wheelhouse, right? And I like boutique cigars for a couple of reasons. One, I love the idea of rooting for the underdog. So like I love small business. I love like I know how much money, sweat, work, stress it must take to launch anything as a business, because I've done it as an entrepreneur several times. And like, so I love, just by default, I love the underdogs always. So I love boutique for that reason. And the other thing I like about boutique is you can make stupid things like this called a Piggy Smalls, right?
Yeah,
And
like
you can
Piggy
just
Smalls. Piggy Smalls.
right. You could just come up with this, fuchsia foil wrapper and like this pig and this whole thing. And so like I love the artistic expression of like this. I almost consider it almost like punk, like 80s punk in a way. Like people just don't give a fuck, which is kind of my personality. So like I gravitate towards that for that reason. Now to your point, I know having friends that own factories and amazing blenders and people I've met in the industry and gotten to understand what it takes to make a cigar, the actual cigar, and then you talk about packaging and boxing and then getting it to market. Like it is so much work to own a brand and do it properly. It's almost like probably the craziest thing in the world. And if you're successful and it's a successful brand, it's like lightning striking, right? So
Yeah.
But to make an incredible cigar and have incredible packaging, I talk about this all the time on my lives. That's how me as a retailer, I identify a cigar as being like exceptional and something that I'll put on my shelves and I'll tell my customers they should spend their money on. And blending a cigar is a whole different animal. But are there some cigars that exist for just marketing and the cigars themselves are just like $2 cigars? Yeah, that's out there. I hate that. I despise that because it hurts, in my opinion, the entire industry. If I had my way, I love fun boutique branding, but I also want it to be like an ultra premium cigar with a unique blend and like something that is just different. I love cigars that taste different. Like this cigar is super unique. There's nothing else like it in the world that's going to taste like this. I love that,
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
So I don't like cigars that are have no personality. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't want to pick on brands. I've never do that, but like the large like kind of legacy brand type cigars that are in like all these old cigar shops that we've all smoked and they all taste the same. Like that just does nothing for me. And look, I'm not knocking those companies. Look, they make tons of money. Congratulations. But like I love small boutique because they experiment with blends and they go out on the limb to try something different. So that's why I love boutique. Yeah. And it's not easy to do.
Now, what do you consider a boutique? Do you consider boutique as in?
That's hard. Yeah. So
I know. I'm going to put you on the hot seat now.
I mean, that's such an impossible question, right? Because I'll tell you what I think I'll try to answer this for you. So like, I would consider, like, I know somebody told me that you know Steve Saka well, or you love Steve Saka, he loves you. So like, let's take his brand for example, right? Like, I consider Dunbarton still in the boutique classification, even though it's really a very massive in the scheme of things in the boutique world. It's a very big company, and it's almost insulting to call it a boutique brand now. But it started from almost nothing. Even though Steve has such an amazing background and history, the guy's amazing. I sat next to him on a plane trip from Boston to Las Vegas, direct flight.
Man, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it was amazing. And me, I hijack every conversation, which is pretty obvious to everybody watching this. And I literally sat quiet, and Steve spoke for 95% of the time, and it was probably one of the best 5 hours or 5.5 hours of my life because I would ask him a question and he would just go on and on and on. But anyway,
that's why I love him on interviews because I just sit back and it's like pulling the string and I just let him rip. And he's fabulous, and he's really intelligent.
Amazing guy, super smart with cigars, super amazing businessman. Which I don't know if people don't give people sometimes in the cigar world enough credit. I'm a businessman, right? That's what I am. So when I see somebody that's a really good businessman, like I love that because it's like, dude, this guy is not just an amazing blender and like cigar savant, right? Like tobacco savant. He's also an incredible businessman, marketer. Like these are not common human beings. Like this is a very amazing person, And it's just, you don't get that a lot, It's just a very exceptional human being. So, and I'm not trying to blow smoke up Steve's ass, but he just, and there's a lot of people I've met in the cigar industry that are that way. But, so I consider brands boutique if they kind of had like a smaller beginning. Like I even almost consider Tatawahe boutique because he does some really unique packaging stuff. and like started out like, he started out as like a small business. And then of course, I don't know what Tactical Wine does for numbers, but they do massive amounts, right? I mean, so I don't know.
He also knows wines. Pete Johnson knows wines very well as well. It's like a nice little pairing, I feel like.
So, boutique is kind of like a personality maybe. And I think that's the best way I could describe boutique. And then you have what I call like micro boutique. Like micro boutique is stuff like this, like 5,000 of these cigars were made. That's it. Like 5,000 cigars. That's nothing, right? So like that's micro boutique. So that's a tough question. I mean, and everybody's going to have a different definition of who should fall in the boutique thing. But anyway,
boutique,
I don't know.
Boutique by definition actually means it is made for one personal retailer. So that means that you can only actually get it from a certain retailer. So in my opinion, even Arturo Fuente is still a boutique because there are only certain retailers that carry that brand or you have an account for that brand. So that's where, so that's kind of where I find boutique, it doesn't really have as much to do with the amount of cigars that you produce but it's more about where you're putting them into retail, because like boutique shops for, clothing and stuff, a lot of times you'll go into a boutique shop and you're never going to find that clothing anywhere else. You don't know where that brand came from.
Sure,
you love that outfit and you're going to buy that outfit, And so but now what I find really interesting is that I got the ability to hang out with Skip Moats, and I also actually recently met Michael Rosales from Romacraft. And so they are both very intelligent men, but they call themselves more of a craft than a boutique. And so I thought that it would be really interesting to have him and even Gabby Caffey, because Gabby Caffey actually does the Boutique Cigar Festival. And so he owns the Boutique Cigar Association. And I thought that would be really interesting just to hear them debate about, but I was actually the reason why I say that is because I was sitting there in the DR and I walk up to Amaranta Grande, the hotel. Is that what's called?
Oh, yes. I've stayed there a few times. Yep.
Yeah. So I go up to the pool area and I look over and I'm like, there's people smoking cigars. I'm like, I wonder what they're smoking, just curious. And then I'm like, wait, that looks like Gabby Caffey. And I'm like, wait, that looks like Danae Leon's, and then all of a sudden I look over and I'm like, I know that guy, but I'm not really sure what his name is, and it was Skip Moats. So it was just like,
wow,
holy crap. Yeah, it was. And what is it? No, it's not Skip Moats. It's something else. I feel like I got that name wrong. But anyways, he's with Romacraft. This is all being recorded. Sorry, don't hold me to it. But but it was hilarious because we actually got to hang out, us three. So me and Gabby Caffey and Skip all got to hang out for the next like 3 days, discussing cigars. And I'd actually gotten my box then. Carlito had made me my own box, carved it and everything, because he makes his own boxes.
Yes, he does. Yeah.
And of course they were like, you got your own box and you got angel shares in there and you're not going to share it. So of course, what do? I bring the box out and I share it, of course.
Wow.
It was fun though. But yeah, it's a great question. So I'm looking forward to probably, hoping
and here's the thing with the boutique question. You could ask 100 people and every person has a totally different, like, we could all argue about like points on each end. And that's kind of the fun thing with boutique. But like my thing is, I think like boutique just has a feeling about it. I don't know what it is. And it's the micro boutique movement is kind of a thing that is so small, in the cigar world. I mean, even ultra premium cigars, these things that we all love, regardless of brand, boutique, not boutique, doesn't matter. They're all such a tiny segment of even the cigar, industry as a whole. So it's like you could almost argue all of these are really, at the end of the day, could almost be boutique from like, from like a volume standpoint compared to, machine-made cigars and kind of things you can buy at like gas stations and CVS's and all this stuff. So I don't know. It's a fun thing. But I don't know. Like I said, I love the idea of the underdog type person and somebody chasing a dream. And people ask me this all the time. They say, Hunter, do you want to have your own brand someday, like my own cigar brand? And to be honest, I have almost zero interest in it because like I have a lot of friends that have successful brands and I see like how much work it is. And I know as a retailer, like to have a successful brand and build that, the amount of work it's involved to get it in like hundreds of stores or, ideally hundreds of stores, that is so difficult to do. And then consistently make that product like year after year and keep your customers, enthused. I mean, the thought of that is like, why would anybody ever want to do that? Like, the
I
odds of
say the
success
same
is
thing.
almost zero, right? I mean, I don't know.
It's like they're sitting there smoking the best cigar ever, and then they're like, you know what? I could do better. What?
Right.
What do you think that?
I don't know.
It's crazy.
It's
Now,
crazy.
all right, so then there's the other part. Okay, so I just recently had the opportunity, which I'm very grateful for, to sign up with ST Dupont.
Mm-hmm.
I hope I say that right. I have to work on my Dupont, my French accent. But I actually, and I heard that you were a retailer, but I got a
I
whole
am.
bag of goodies here. So
Wow. What do you got in there?
I know I'm excited to show off like what
That's got to
I've
be like
got.
$100,000 worth of accessories right there. I mean, my God.
Well, I'm trying to decide. Maybe I should go. I think I'm going to say the best for last. Okay, so this is the
Okay.
best
All right.
one.
Yes.
All right, but first of all, I'm going to show you something that nobody else has. That is the pink jet lighter. I still got to learn a lot. So here we go. It's a jet lighter. But this one is a
Yes.
pink jet lighter. I love this
Wow.
because it has the blade flame, right?
Yes.
And
I have one of those. I have a
it.
black one. Yes.
Yeah, they fixed it for
Somewhere
me today.
upstairs. Yes.
I'm a little rough with my stuff, but not anymore. Anyways, and then of course this
The double cutter.
the double cutter, right? And it has the
Wow.
sparkly pink stuff on it. I mean, come on, women, hello, or I don't know, men, you want to buy this for something for your ladies? Hello, hello, hello. So
Sure. Maybe some men will rock that. I would rock that. I think that's dope. I love that pink. Yeah.
Right? Real men wear pink, right? Especially
sure. Look at this shirt I'm wearing. I mean, I'm a disaster. So yeah.
You're a disaster. All right. And so then I also have this new matte color. Okay. So this is pretty cool in my opinion. I love this line. So this is the blue matte cutter, the double cutter, but it's in a matte blue. Can you see that?
Yes, I see that. Yes.
Right. And then they also have the jet lighter for it as well. See this one? Now this one this is not a blade flame. This is a single flame.
That's a big one though. Yeah. Yep.
Is it? I don't know if it's a big.
It looks like a pretty big single flame. Yeah.
I have very little hands, so just imagine.
Okay, maybe that's what it is.
My feet and my hands are very small, so it's so funny when people meet me. They're like, "You really carry yourself tall, but you're so tiny." I'm like, "I know."
Somebody told me that about you. That met you. One of my customers said, Melanie is a very petite, very little woman. Like, I'm like, really? Because I'm like, you're right. Your presence is, yes. I love it.
Aaron Sigmund actually told me that, and he's like the king of dapperness, in my opinion. I don't know if you know him, but he's awesome.
No.
He wrote the book on cigars, so he's got.
I don't know how to read, so that doesn't help me. But yeah.
Okay. Well,
does he do audiobooks? Okay.
You're gonna have to watch the Professor Show more often.
Okay.
So you
all
can
right.
actually get to know all these people. And then they gave me this one as well. This is also a matte, but this is one of the most popular brands that they actually sell most of. So this has two flame.
That comes to a point. Yep, we sell those. That's the extreme, I believe. Extreme or double extreme or something like that. What is that called, Matt? Do you know? Extreme?
Yeah. See, you know your stuff. I love it. All right. So, and then I also got the other one that I have. Oh, there's another one down here. I know. I can't find it. Where is it? Of course, I would not be able to grab it out of here. Maybe I don't. Anyways, okay. Let me just show you the best one of all. All right. So they had 100. They celebrated 150 years. ST Dupont did this year. And I was able to, I got invited to their party, which was at the PCA. That was held at the Davidoff Lounge in Las Vegas. And so to commemorate the 150 years, they actually produced this lighter that is it has a picture of the.
Oh, I saw that. Yes.
Yeah.
I saw that. That's an incredibly beautiful lighter.
Yes, the original hotel, I guess, that they were. I can't remember all the words, but anyways, ST Dupont. Now, here's the cool thing. They actually spent an entire year perfecting the perfect ping. So when you hear this, it's like huge. I mean, just completely. I mean, you can't even. I could do that all day long. I'm like, how many times can I open and shut this without ruining it?
Mine is like 10 or 12 years old. And it's iconic. I use this lighter every single day.
Right.
I love this lighter personally.
Now how much do you love the double flame? That's like a soft flame, but it's
Yeah,
double.
the little
Like,
bunny ears. Yeah,
yeah, why can't I get it to
you
light?
probably need gas in it. That's what happens.
No, I just gassed it up before the show. Come on, man. And I got two different gases. And you guys, listen, if
There
you
you go.
don't know, you have to
Yes,
use the right gas for the right amount for the right type of thing. Now, here's the cool part. You want to know how if you guys don't know, which I'm sure that he knows, you figure out the gas because you can actually open up the little gas seal and you look on the bottom and it'll tell you because it has a color on it. So that's how you
color
can
coded.
tell.
Yes.
I found out so many unique stories about ST Dupont, and I'm just so excited to be able to work with them. And I mean, they're actually here, the US. It's the ST Dupont US version, and oh, we have another special guest that's going to pop in. Oh yeah, the lacquer one. Now that one can't. That one won't have the perfect ping because it has lacquer all on the top as well. But
Right.
it's also just as beautiful. So I mean, that to me, I love that one.
And this
All
has
right.
the torch, so the Legrands have that. They're
Yeah.
beautiful lighters. They're absolutely gorgeous. So yes,
So let me ask you a question. Have you ever met the man of cigars? I mean, I think he's the man. Have you ever met him?
I have never
Carlito?
met Carlito. No, if you're talking about the man himself, yes. No, I have not.
Because I mean, would there be any other man? I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, let me see if I can bring him in real quick. He's getting embarrassed right now.
There he
What's
is.
up, Carlito?
Hey, honestly, of course, I'm getting embarrassed. Of course, and
He's a humble
well,
cigar maker.
nah, of course, I was born, and I always will be. But it's good to see you. It's good to see you, and thank you so much, and everything you do for our industry, all of you. But I just want to say, you mentioned Esty DuPont. There's nothing like the power of the pain.
Mm.
And I just want to say that I'm very grateful that they have made so many commemorative lighters commemorating Fuente Basags, Fuente cigars, and everything. But that sound, Melanie, bing, bing,
Iconic.
bing is iconic. It's their sound, and it's beautiful. And the soft flame, you
Oh
know what?
yeah.
That could. I'm not a person that start controversy, but that could start controversy. Yeah, it's really could start. The soft flame is the way to go. It's like the soft touch. It's like the introduction of a foreplay. It's how you present yourself. What are you, Melanie? You're always thinking
Stop it.
about the sexual part. See, I'm not even talking. I'm talking about lighting a cigar. Why are you giggling, Melanie? Please, you embarrass me sometimes. You're always thinking about. Hey, we're not talking about the foreplay. This I'm talking about the light of the cigar. But anyway, bro, it's
Oh
good
my
to see
goodness.
you, man. Thank you so much. Melanie, you're great. Congratulations for all your accomplishments, for everything.
Aw.
I'm happy I was able to catch the back end of this show. I just want to say congratulations. I just want to say something, please. And give
Yes.
me 5 seconds. I didn't know who you were. Never met you before. And for almost 2 years of my life, you supported Fuente and Merfo, Mr. Perfection, whatever it is. You never asked for anything in return. Never. Not una vez. Never. You were just there. So many times, Melanie, I called you. I said, I can't get on the show. I don't know how to do it. How to do this? The internet, all this stuff. What? Okay, I don't want to say bullshit, but whatever. Whatever. And you were always there for me, as you were for Jeremiah, and even the professor will want to admit it because he is the dinosaur. And you know what? He's learned so much from you. You were always there, but you were in the background. I want people to know that you were there for me, the professor. You were one of the persons that, in your way, supported so much as far as how to get things done, how to do things, and how to be there. You know, I'm an old man. and I'm old school. And old school is being grateful and understanding things. And I think, Melanie, if I may say, so many people in this world just just they look at you and they see such a beautiful smile, such a beautiful human being. I'm not going to say a beautiful woman, okay? I'm not going to even go there. A beautiful smile, beautiful person, so giggly, so real. That's what it's all about. That's what makes you who you are. So real. A Southern girl from Tennessee, just being real and giggly and bubbly, like the best champagne in the world. People attract to that. They love you for that. Don't ever, ever, ever underestimate who you are. You
Thank
really have given so much to the world of cigars. And you know what? All these years that you have contributed to Meet the Professor, to all these different things that you have done, to being an ambassador of cigars, to being a spokesperson for cigars. I don't know how the cigar industry could ever pay you back. But it's not that we need to pay you back. I don't think you want anything to be paid back. I think you've earned it and you've done it from the
Yeah,
heart. But
for
it's
sure.
natural. But I'm just saying, you know what? You're amazing. And I just want to say, you've earned it. Congratulations. I think there's so many things are happening, which I think we know in the background. Congratulations. ST Dupont. I'm talking to you about that is, let me just say something. That's a cat's ass, man. And my brother and my buddy, my brother Les, man. You know what?
Yeah.
ST, yeah, of course. That ST Dupont. When you do that ping and this and that, you reach you know what? A lot of good things, whatever. And you know what? You've earned it. You've earned it. And I tell you one thing, I think I'm gonna sell a lot more ST DuPonts with you representing their brand that they ever sold before. So
That's
tranquila.
yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Well, I do appreciate really I've had a great time on the whole roller coaster of whatever we've done in the past 3 years, I think. 3 years, not even just 2 years. So I love it. I have a great time and I get to know everybody in this industry and I can't thank you enough it actually just for bringing me on. But I actually want to give Hunter an opportunity. Maybe Hunter, like you
The
obviously
let me just say something. The reason I'm
okay.
on tonight is because you told me about Hunter was going to be on, and
Yeah.
I just got home, and I'm just like trying to wing it. And Hunter to me is very important. I know what a special friend everything is, and I want to be here
Thank
for
you.
Hunter. So thank you, my brother.
Thank you,
Of
Carlito.
course,
I appreciate that.
of course, of course. You got to compete with a beautiful woman, but you know what?
That's not easy to do. That's a losing battle.
But you know what?
No, he just
That's been
joins
my
in.
life. That's been my life. So we know how to do it. We'll do it together.
Oh my goodness. All right, so Hunter, do you have any kind of question that you would like to ask Carlito because you've been in this industry, you've been doing a lot of things and you're smoking his cigar right now?
I've been to the DR several times for business. I love Santiago. I love the city. And I made a lot of amazing friends in the industry. And I have yet to been to your factory. I have not yet been there. I've been in the free zone where you are, visiting other places. And sometime I'm going to be down there in December. I go about every month, Carlito, down there to do projects and meet with my friends and everything like that. So at some time, I actually ate at, I guess, your favorite restaurant or the one that you go to. What is the name of it, Melanie? I ate there for lunch with my friend last trip. What is
Uh,
it called?
Il
Y
Pasti or
pasticho.
El
Yes,
Pastillo.
I had an amazing late lunch there with my friend Edgar. And we sat outside on that little kind of square outdoor thing. It was a
Yeah.
beautiful day. And the older gentleman was there wiping his car down. What's his name, Melanie?
Yeah.
The
Oh
man
my
that,
God. I know who you're talking about, but I don't know
yeah.
who he
Well, he
is.
don't have a car. He has a with a
He has a
Vespa.
wife.
But yeah, yes.
But he
Por
wipes the
eso.
cars down. Yeah.
No, the guy that hangs outside that you always park. Remember,
Who
he's always
knows? Who knows who it is?
I
They
know
change
we
him
don't
every
know
week.
who it is.
And you know what? Every week we change it, but we kill him because you know what? When he wants too much chip, we replace him.
Oh
But
my
yes,
God.
great restaurant. I love the city. I genuinely love the city. I've made a lot of good friends down there. I would like to live there for some part of my time during the
Yeah.
year. I want to buy a place somewhere in Santiago, maybe the city or the mountains area just outside there is very pretty as well. And I've been up to Jarabacoa with my friends. I've been up to
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh my God.
absolutely gorgeous. You know, man, I didn't
Crazy.
realize how big the mountains are in your beautiful country, and how number one, how big your country is. Like
Huge.
I humongous, and I try to explain it to people that because Americans just go to Punta Cana and they think that's the DR, and I said you really haven't seen the DR, man. You have to
Man,
go to
hey, let
like
me tell you something. You're
yeah,
absolutely right. People think it's an island. I've been to
mm-hmm,
all the islands in the Caribbean,
mm-hmm,
and I don't want to go back to islands. Their
mm-hmm.
beaches, this and that. Dominican Republic is a country.
Yes, it is.
Is where the first settlement, the oldest cathedral, the first cathedral, first university, the first hospital, the first of everything was in Santo Domingo. The discovery of America. There's so much history and everything. They have
100%.
everything from waterfalls, from deserts, from
Yes.
and think about this. This place is amazing. My friend thing. I'm an American, and I will
Mm-hmm,
never forget where I come from. But
mm-hmm.
I'm very blessed to have come here many years ago and be accepted and to recognize the greatness of this beautiful island. It's
Yes,
amazing. And
it
Yes.
is.
people are starting to discover it. And it's
Yes.
becoming like West Palm Beach, like Boca Raton. It's getting crazy. Prices are going through the roof.
No, nothing is as crazy as a moto concho or even just driving down the street.
No, 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 no. Let me tell you something. We still
Yeah, the
have
traffic
that.
is crazy.
No, no, we still have that charm, that value, and everything. But
Oh
yeah, I
yes,
agree
we're
with,
very happy.
and I appreciate that you really feel that about this country. It's so much to give,
I
man.
do. I love it a lot, and the natural beauty is there, and included in the natural beauty, 1,000% are the people. I mean, the people are beautiful human beings, amazing people, and as a lot of Americans don't understand, one of the things I want to say, and this might be, I'll try to be not inappropriate here, but
Oh come on,
some
it's past
Americans,
11.
yeah, some Americans like to think that people from other countries, let's call them third world countries. I don't even like that term, but let's use it. People think my father was an immigrant. He came to this country from Europe, but it's still the same. And people have a misconception, Americans have a misconception that people, let's say from the Dominican Republic or Mexico, or pick your Latin American country of choice, want to come to America to leave their country. That is absolutely incorrect. They want to come to America for opportunity, to make money, and then they want to go back to their beautiful country. And that's what most Americans don't understand. From all the Dominican people I've met, they all want to come to America to make money and have opportunity because they might not have opportunity as much in their country, but they all want to go back to their country. And you know why? Because it's a beautiful country. I mean, they're beautiful places in its own. And
Yes.
I think that's something that a lot of Americans, if they haven't really, explored parts of this world, they don't understand that, and they have this misconception that like people are trying to just get to America and never go back. And I'm not saying there's not people that don't want to do that, that want to stay in America forever. But I don't know. I'm an American and I want to go live there. So you tell me what's wrong. I mean, I don't know.
No, totally agree with you. You're absolutely right. And I think you brought up a very, very valid and beautiful point. It's beautiful. Think about it, what you just said. And it's true. Let me just say it's true. So many people want to go to the United States, and so many people because they are promised dreams and this, but they want to come back home.
Of
And
course.
everybody wants to come back home. And everybody wants a better life. And that's
Yep.
what the United States has always been.
Of course.
Our great country is a home of promise and everything, and to
Yeah.
give people opportunity. But I just want to tell you the following thing, which I should probably not mention. But when Melanie has me in a program, she knows that Carlito Fuente is going to drop napalm. Okay, I'm going to drop napalm because if not, she will not invite me to her show. So I have to give my 2 cents, as the professor would say. First of all, um, as much as I love my country, the greatest country in the world, the United States of America, I travel to New York, I travel to Washington, D.C., our state capital, I travel all over. And I've lived in the Dominican Republic since 1980, in and out. Of course, I don't live here, but I'm here. And I always heard that it was a third world. But
Mm.
after visiting Washington, D.C. and New York and Boston, maybe not so much Boston because today there's still, but visiting so many cities and everything and seeing the service and everything that's happening, you know what? The Dominican Republic is like living in Dubai or Nassau. It's like a space station with service, with people smiling and everything you do compared to what's happening in the United States. It breaks my fucking heart to
Mm-hmm.
see the shit that is happening to our country, my
Yeah.
country. Because I
Mm-hmm.
tell you one thing, I am American, born and bred in the United States, but I also recognize that we have a responsibility. And if the United States gets a freaking headache, every other country around the world better start taking their aspirins. I don't know if you understand what that means.
Sure.
Better take it
It's from
because if the United States gets a head, start taking your aspirins. And you know what? That's what I see happen. And this is not a political program, but I know Melanie's gonna get pissed off at me. She's gonna tell
I'm
me
never gonna
why
do this.
why in the hell do you get involved? But I gotta be me. But let me tell you something. You know what? One thing that we have in common is this: cigars. Cigars is about people. Cigars is about love. All of us being together,
Mm-hmm.
bringing people together through cigars, through the enjoyment of a great smoke. That's what it's all about. And it doesn't matter what your beliefs are, what your political, that's all. It doesn't matter. We're all one. And I think that's what Melody brings to the table, man. She just has a way of bringing us together. Seriously.
Oh my
And
lord.
what happened to your Lord? He did something. Your Lord
I
did your Lord? What happened? Your Lord shouldn't die. Lords don't die. Your Lord just died. What happened?
no, you're just making me blush. Stop. Okay. Thank you. But you know what? That's what Hunter's been doing too. He's actually doing this all with just not with any profit, doing it because he's having a
Exactly.
good time.
That's
Yeah.
that's why you told me so about Hunter, what he represents, how great he is, what a great person, how his beliefs, and how he is a spokesperson for believing and really being out there for everybody and speaking because that's
Yeah.
important. Melanie is
Absolutely.
important, and that's why you know what I'm very grateful that you have built a platform to bringing people like Hunter on your shows and everything. And perhaps other people don't see that, but I see that. I'm a humble cigar maker, but I see that. It's not about cigars, it's about the people. It's about life. It's about dreams. It's about living the reality of what we are all about. It's about bringing people together. And you know what, Melanie, you know, every time I look at you and I see how you're progressing in every show, I watch as an old timer behind. I see, my God, every time she's more charming, she's more professional, she's looking better, everything. She's just right on. You know what? I bet on the right horse. You know what? You're going to be the Kentucky Triple Crown winner in my heart as long as you live.
Aw, you're so sweet. Well, I love it. Thank you. I'm having a great time doing it. So
Hey,
you can't.
congratulations. You got a lot of things to be happy about today, huh?
Yeah, I'm totally excited. And even, he is actually a authorized retailer. So if you guys want to get any of your ST Duponts, you definitely. Am I saying, Carlito? I want to hear you say Dupont. Can you do it? Can you have your French accent? Dupont.
No, no, no. Let me tell you something. I have always been, Les Man is my brother. So if he's listening, hopefully, I've always been,
He's a true
always.
gem.
No,
Hmm.
let me just say something. I've always been a super fan, believer, and I'm SD Dupont, 150%. Always,
Absolutely.
always through the thick and thin. He knows me, man. And you send this to him. You tell him, listen, son of a gun, next time. But let me tell you something. Tell him to give me a discount. You know what? I pay full retail. And the worst part about it is I can't find anything I want to buy. It's all sold out. So
Well, you gotta,
I live in the
you got.
DR. I live in the DR. Oh my God, Melanie, don't do that shit to me, man.
That's a
Oh,
beautiful one. I
oh
love that.
my freaking God. Oh my God. Oh my
It
God,
can.
Melanie.
It's the hotel that they, started at. I guess.
Oh
It's
my
That's a
supposed to-
gorgeous
God.
lighter.
Are you seriously? Oh my
Yeah.
Mel.
Ooh, did you hear the perfect ping?
Ooh, Mel. Oh Mel, please don't do that to me. It breaks my heart, man. Come on. Come on.
I
You know
love
what? That
it.
really breaks my heart. You know why? Because I've been doing collaborations with them for the last 25 years, 20, whatever it is. And all of a sudden you come into the show, into the picture, and you're the superstar. That really break that I have an issue. We got to figure it out. But anyway, congratulations. Young lady, let me just say something. You deserve it. And I
Thank
tell you
you.
one thing. When you with a brand like ST DuPont, to me it's like the brands of brands. There are others, not the only one, but that they picked you to represent them.
Yeah, I love them. I
Touches,
love it. I'm just grateful.
let
And
me tell you, it touches my heart because you know what how important they are for me and what they mean to me. Touches my heart. And I think not for anything. They fucking woke up and they figured it out that you are the shit, man. Make it happen, okay? They figured it out. They figured it out. They say, well, you know what? They took a long time, but they did. They probably did some research and everything. They figured out because you, Melanie, represent the world of love, of cigars, of friendship, and you know what? I think that's what everybody in the cigar world wants.
yeah,
Somebody bring us all together. I think
right.
you represent us all well.
Aw.
Hunter, I hope you agree with me.
1,000%. I can't agree more.
Oh my goodness, you guys
She's
are
a
hilarious.
sweetheart.
Well, well, I've had a great, great time doing it, and I tell you what, I also want to give a shout out to our unfortunately our friend now is in heaven, but Leo Stone. You guys, I want to definitely dedicate this show to him because he has done so much for me my entire career. He unfortunately passed away yesterday, but he was so big in sharing all of my shows. I mean, always there watching, a huge fan of the Fuente family. I had the opportunity to send him cigars and ashtrays just to light his world up. I thought that was amazing. I'll never forget it, but definitely I just want to just dedicate this show to him because he's a huge I mean, it's not just him. I know it's a lot of other people that bring things to this, but it's those little things that actually mean so much to me that I'm able to either give a person an opportunity to have that kind of stuff that maybe they can't obtain naturally because it is boutique, and at the same time, just the gratitude that I have towards everybody that's out there that's given me the support and everything that I've progressed with all this.
Melanie,
So
Melanie, I just want to add
yeah,
Leo Stone was someone who always saw posting and everything. Listen, I live in the Dominican Republic. You know, I just not a high tech person and everything. But I got to know Leo Stone because of you. And when I saw that he had passed, I was very sad and heartbroken.
hmm
And those are the things, Melanie, that you have no idea. I'm talking to you as a friend, as a person, I'm talking to you directly. And Hunter's listening. What you have contributed to bringing people together I had no idea that anything that we were going to do or whatever we sent to you for whatever it was for raising money for this or charity, whatever, you share with Leo Stone. You took care of him.
yeah.
Now you tell me this. Now I feel a certain satisfaction that he was able to receive some of the special things that you were able to provide him with.
Yep, thanks to you. I
No, no,
appreciate that.
it's not about me. Not about me. You did that from the goodness of your heart. You could have kept everything for yourself. You didn't do that. You shared everything. You always share everything.
Yeah.
People have no idea. But you know what, Melanie?
Mhm.
I have made some mistakes in my life, but not many. And I don't believe I will ever make a mistake on you. You're an incredible human being with a great heart. You know what? People could, they could get confused with your deep, deep, deep penetrating blue eyes, the perfect smile and everything, and your southern innocence, that southern accent and everything. But you are a good, heartwarming soul. And I have to say this publicly because come on, people don't do things like you. You give so much and everything. That is why you have become a leader in the industry. You become. That's why Dupont, which is the number one brand for lighters, have come to you and everything. That's pretty. I think you should be very proud. You should feel good. Big responsibility. You can't let them down because they.
Mhm.
But whatever it is, that's very special. And let me just say, as far as me, I feel kind of good because I didn't make a mistake in this young lady, which I know she's somebody very special. You agree? You agree, Hunter?
I agree 1,000%. I told you.
Yeah.
We had a live the other day. She jumped on, and I was talking about how she is, I think, for me, the best example of a sister of the leaf ambassador for the cigar industry for all the things you said, her personality, her genuineness, the way that she brings so many people together.
Her heart.
And we were going through all, I was talking to my viewers and we were on the live and I said, give us some names of other, girls, and not to make it a competition, but, you know, um, she's very special. You're 1,000% right. Of course.
I could tell you something. A lot of beautiful women who are
A
promoting
lot.
cigars and everything. A lot. But Melody's not. Melody's all the contrary. What I've seen from everything else. I know Melody. She's just a simple human being, Southern girl. She loves what she does. And let me just say something. Who am Carlito Fuente, I feel privileged that Melanie doesn't ask me for anything, just does things because she feels it from the heart. That listen, I test people. I test people. I've lived a long life, and I see
You
who they are
tested
and
me,
everything.
I think.
No, wait. I'm just saying. I've been around a long time, and I telling you, she is genuine. I don't know what else, what other compliment or what other. This she is genuine. She is a good person with a heart of gold, and she really loves and smokes cigars. She's not BSing anything. And
Hmm.
to me, that's very, very special. She calls me every week or whatever. I'm doing this event in this store. I want you to meet this person. And I'm meeting people thanks to Melanie Cisco, who I would never have met because I don't travel. I'm here locked down the yard. And I'm meeting people and everything. And I'm seeing she is amazing and she does it from the bottom of her heart. To me, that is priceless. It's very important that people know that when you do things spontaneous from the heart, you got to give it a certain value. And Melanie, I don't got to tell you anymore.
You're embarrassing me. I
No,
mean, not embarrassed, but
I'm getting embarrassed myself. But anyway, it's all good.
well, I love it. I've had such a great time, and I really do love doing these lives and getting to know everybody, and especially on the Professor Show. And I have to say, the amount of information that I'm able to share on Instagram with the community is incredible because half the time I don't even realize that I have this information in my head, and all of a sudden I can just come out with every story, every backstory, back information, explain things to people. The amount I know about cigars, Jose Blanco is incredible to be able to have, sit there next to him and listen to him speak with. And then of course, I walk into lounges and everybody is like, "You're that girl on with Carlito, aren't you?" And it's like, "Oh my God." Like, I don't even. And then of course, I was telling him earlier, meeting Craig Cass, he, I interviewed him 3 years ago and he remembered me. So it's pretty amazing. So I'm grateful.
Nice.
I'm very grateful. So thank you. It's power of the X, right? There you go. So Hunter, you got any last words that you want to let the people know? I mean, maybe tell them about the deal that you're offering, that where they can go and get it, and maybe explain to Carlito the deal that you're giving, because that's kind of cool.
Sure. Yeah. So we have a cigar here made in the DR for at my friend's factory, Edgar Julian Sued. Small little factory. Great, nice guy. Probably my best friend in the DR. I spend a lot of time with Edgar. He's got a great family. I've met his family. And this is a cigar that came out. This is the third iteration of this cigar. It's a new blend. This is an exclusive to my shop. And I'm doing a special deal for tonight. These just came in. We got them yesterday. We sold 1,000 of them yesterday, which for my little shop is a lot. This is a very popular cigar with my customers. So what I'm doing is I'm doing 2 packs for $100 shipped in the United States. And that's the normal price on the website, sirlouiscigars.com. And then I'm including one of his Shanghai Express 5 packs for free. And then because I'm on here with Melanie and now Carlito, I bought 5 boxes of Rare Pink at Cabinet in Santiago, and I'm giving them a free Rare Pink signature with this for free. So buy the 2 packs, $100. You get a free 5-pack of Shanghai and a free Rare Pink signature, which, by the way, Carlito, we already know, but this is such a delicious and unique blend. I don't know what you do to your cigars, but all of them are absolutely amazing, super unique and delicious. And the packaging is, we all know this, but it needs to be said. Nobody does a better job than you and your team. It's just not possible. I mean, the packaging, and I know you own your own box factory, but that's not an excuse. This is just, I don't know who's in charge of all this, man, but you guys kill it. I wish every cigar presented the way yours do. It'd make my job a hell of a lot easier selling cigars. So,
thank you, Hunter.
Beautiful
Thank
job.
You much. I think Melanie could answer that question, but anyway, I think that listen, everything. We're all here together. We're all one family. We just want the best for everybody. Everybody's here for everybody. We're part of such a beautiful and wonderful industry. It doesn't matter, man, how big, how small, this and that. Opportunity is at the corner, at your fingertips. A very dream that any individual could have. I don't know how to explain it, but I just want to say, you know what? That's why I love Melanie so much, because she has taken the time to open these platforms, to bring people together, to bring you, Hunter, to bring other people and everything, to talk about who we are, what we're about, how we want to spread the love, how we share the love, who we are. To me, this is really what we're all about. And you know that better than anybody. And that's what we really have to offer, is spreading the love with cigars and whatever it is in helping each other, man, to keep this industry alive, and reaching the people and sharing the love. And I think that Melanie's done a great job at that, and Hunter as well, and everything. And that's what we have to keep doing.
Absolutely.
I don't know. I don't know.
No,
In the old days, I would jump off a second floor and give it like that. Boom, boom, boom. Today, it's not that way. You got to be very diplomatic and this and that. I agree.
Absolutely. And it's been amazing tonight. I thank you so much, Carlito, for coming on to my live shows every time that you get the chance. I really appreciate it. I know that all the people out there definitely appreciate it. Oh, and then Larry Green out there. I'm sorry, some of your comments are not seen. I don't know where or what you're putting
I
on there,
haven't seen.
but
I haven't seen.
Winston, he's giving a shout out to Winston. Winston made me famous, so there you go. Give a shout out to Winston.
Where's Winston? He's there. I don't even
No,
see. I don't
not
see.
yet. He's not yet. He's not yet here. He's still in Tennessee with my dad, which he loves it there. So I'm gonna drag him over here eventually. But yeah, he'll be back. He will be back. We're gonna play wiffle ball, and Winston's gonna go get the balls for me while I'm playing.
Wait. You talking about your Winston?
Yeah, Winston.
The
Winston,
left hand, the
little
left-hander?
doggy.
Oh, the
Yeah.
little Winston. But I gotta bring in my little Opus. I got my Opus.
Yeah. Bring in Opus. Let's see Opus.
No,
Hunter,
Opus is not here now, but I got my little Opus. I got my little Frenchie, my Opus. My little Opus will put your Winston down. I don't want to say that because I know how much you love Winston and this, but my little Opus, come on.
I love Opus too. No, I love Opus.
Yeah, I know you do. I know. But I can't
Opus, they don't know the story about Opus scaring the bird away.
No. Opus and Papo, the parrot. Oh my God.
Oh my God, that was so crazy.
Listen. But that story, we got to do a novel, and we'll sell it. We'll make $1 million for the bestseller.
Oh my God, that was so embarrassing.
That's the first time in my penthouse that everybody got so panicked when I screamed, "You better find my Papa because I will kill everybody!" And they got scared, and everybody started running out looking for the parrot. Okay, because Melanie was here.
It was like a whole holiday. The whole family was there.
Yeah, the whole thing, everybody was there, this and that. And I got my little Frenchie and this and that. And then she's there playing with my parrot, Papa, this and that. She on her shoulder. And all of a sudden, the Frenchie came and he tried to jump up. The parrot got scared. She was on a balcony and it flew. And when I found out that the parrot left, that was my Papa.
Oh my God.
Come on. I went crazy. And everybody in the house got scared. They never seen that side of me. You better motherfucker! I'm gonna fucking break.
I was climbing trees. I was literally climbing trees looking.
She was crying. She was crying. But anyway, everybody ran out. And they found the parrot a block away. But anyway,
wow!
Thank God, Papo's here. Hey, Opus still walking around. Seeing if the parrot drops any food so you can eat it. Life hasn't changed. It's the same shit. But anyway, Melanie, we miss you. We want you back. You're going to come back. You stay with us and everything. We love you. And Hunter, brother, let me just say something. I wish you the best. And thank you very much. I don't want to interfere with you all. I'm going to let you guys I'm going to say goodnight to both of you and just continue your program. And thank you for all you do for our industry, Hunter.
Thank you.
I appreciate it, bro.
Thank you for everything.
Of course. Always.
Absolutely. Well, you guys, this is, I love you too, Carlito. Thank you so much. We had a great time. This was a lot of fun. I want to thank Hunter as well. You guys have been, Hunter, you're fabulous. This has been so much fun. I knew it would be fun. I knew it would not be, this would be one of the best shows, which I believe it has been. So I appreciate you so much because you have
Thank you for the invite. I love it.
Yeah.
Great.
Well, you have such a great following, and it is about your personality. It's about what you offer. It's really about, these things. I'm learning so much from you actually, and I'm going to be definitely needling you for more because I'm going to get some help. And then at the same time, I'm impressed about so did you start a new Instagram? Because you had another Instagram, right? And
yes, it got shut down. We had people that were kind of like, haters or whatever reporting the original account. We had about 13,000 organic followers, and it got reported and all for bogus nonsense and things. And so that got deleted in July this year. And so we started the Sir Louis Cigars _com, which kind of celebrates the website anyway. I thought that was kind of, the original Sir Louis Cigars, obviously, once the account gets banned or whatever, can't use it anymore. So I decided to do the Sir Louis _. And so we're slowly building up, a lot of our followers. And then I have my Sir Louis Cigars .hunter page, which is kind of my personal cigar page where we've got, a few thousand of our hardcore followers there. So it's good. It's really good. And yeah, please, if you're watching this and you don't follow us, please follow us. Check us out. Help us build that back up. And yeah, we love it. So the important people know where we are, and we're trying to get the word out to all of our other, 10,000 other followers that some people, to be honest, a lot of people got off of Instagram, as things kind of got, the algorithm got screwed up and things. So less and less people are using it, which is too bad. But I still think it's a great format. I think it's still the best format.
You know what?
These types of shows are amazing and get the word out. So yeah.
Well, not only that, but I mean, you really have to push through. You have to persevere through the hard times and the good times. I mean, it's more about being consistent, I think, and that's what it takes. And you know what? That's where I got to give shout outs to even the Bakersfield Gentleman, page. I love those guys. They have done a lot of awesome, amazing things for me. They're my team. I love them. They definitely helped me out tonight with a situation. So I'm super grateful for them. But at the same time, they spent 2 years, just consistently showing up, maybe only 5 viewers, maybe only 6 or 10 views, whatever, but they consistently were always there. And I just have so much respect for that, because it's not all about how many people you have watching. It's just about what you're doing. And if you really love it, and maybe even if you just have one person watching, you could change that one person's life. And so that's what it's all about. And I love it.
And I'll tell you this, the Instagram, I've met so many, hundreds and thousands of people that I consider friends. Most of them I'll never have the chance to meet in person. And a lot of my regulars that, I do my daily lives that we do, and we're always, my job is to sell cigars. So I'm always selling cigars and having fun and having weird and interesting conversations. And, and I've have a lot of regulars who are definitely part of they're part of my family. I mean, these are people that I talk to every single day, and they listen to my nonsense and buy cigars and help us continue this kind of, mission of, doing this at a retail level that is just a different way to buy cigars at the end of the day,
Yep.
And so, yeah, I love it. I couldn't ask for anything better, and I love the industry. So, it's great.
Awesome. And shout outs to Matt for putting up with you and probably doing a lot of your work. We love you.
He does all the work. He does all the hard work. I do the easy part. That's it. But that's, that's what I'm supposed to do. Come on.
I love it. I love it. Well, thank you so much, Hunter, for accepting my invitation.
Anytime.
This has been so much fun. I'm so glad that you actually spent an hour on the show. It's usually only an hour long, but this is.
Oh, no kidding. Okay. Beautiful. Yeah. No, I had an awesome time. Thank you.
It was worth it. So, okay. So we will see you on Instagram. You guys be sure to go to sirlouiscigars.com so that you can get into that deal. You're going to get a free pink. You're going to get another 5-pack of free cigars. And all you have to do is spend $100. It's going to be shipped right to your door. You're going to love those. They are the San Andreas wrapper. Is that what it was that I heard?
It is, yes. A 3-year age San Andreas. Yes. Beautiful.
Yeah, the San Andreas is a great wrapper. I love that cigar, or I love that wrapper, especially whenever, I learned about it, from Rocky Patel, but still, it's another great wrapper that anybody can use. So
absolutely.
Love you. Thank you so much for everybody for joining, and I hope you catch me every Friday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is the final draw. So we love you guys, and have a great night.
Take care, guys.
Bye.
Thanks, Melanie. Bye-bye.
Thank you.